Let's preface this stream with this is not financial advice. It should be obvious, but if it's not, it isn't. So don't take it as financial advice. We are paper trading. This is not real, actual money. And this is for entertainment purposes only. If you want to learn how to trade Forex, indices, anything, do your own research. That's what I recommend. I'm doing this for historical integrity. That being said, let's now get to it. We are on the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100, and we are trading futures. So we're looking at a huge down move. Let's see this from when. How long was this bearish move? So London, New York, and New York kept it coming down. So I'm looking to catch a little bit of a bullish retracement in the Tokyo session. We got a nice little spring building right here. If we go to the 1 hour, I think that's when we could start to see it. You can see that coil winding up for the next big move. And will that big move be up, or will it be a continuation down to possibly this level before we move up again? I mean, it could keep springing and coiling all the way to that and then jump. But there is another level around here. So there's this big space of movement that we could possibly bounce off here or bounce around in here somewhere. All we know for sure is there is a lot of activity in this price range right here. This is where a lot of money is being processed. So we're going to keep our eye on this going into London. And we are trading Tokyo to kind of get warmed up for London. I won't be streaming London because I got to stay focused. So you can see we're getting a little bit of upwards movement. I was going to put, I already have an order in right here. And I was going to open another order, but between the time it took me to get everything started, price has already come back to our entry level. So I missed the boat on that one, but it's fine. It's okay. There will always be another trade. Sorry, I got something in my eye right now, and I gotta get it out. Just enjoy the music while I handle this situation real quick. All right. Would have been nice to have a position open down here. But, as much as we'd like to, we can't be at the desk 100% of the time. So we'll settle for 80%. And it's still in there. All right. So we are trading live. This isn't a replay. I think that's in the title. Oh no, trading replay. Okay, I wonder if I can update that. Let me see if I can update that. I should probably put that paper trading. Trading live. Let's see if it updates on the fly. Okay. So got a little bit of a movement going, which is nice. We've already set up the current zone right here, the current range that we're in, and it came down, and I would have changed this to that, but as you can see, we are back up in this range. So I will leave this range here until price either keeps bouncing around in this section, or price comes up and then breaks out of this range and then creates a new range down here, or price goes up and creates a new range up here. This is what we're looking for. So until one of these three things happens, this is our range, and this can extend as far as it needs to. So we have to be able to kind of anticipate what the possible moves are, what the high probability moves are, and what we're going to do in any case. And you see price came down again, but it went back up. So we're kind of, looks like we're going to be stuck in this range for a while. And as I say that, price could just easily come out of it one way or another. And I am using the line chart because I like to see things clearly. This just gives me a very simple view of where price is. This is all the information I need to know. If we go to candles, it's got a lot of that's a lot of information. That is almost overwhelming information, because you're looking at the wicks tell you a lot, the bars tell you a lot, from one candle to the next. You're like, okay, it's a lot of information to take in, and I want to keep things simple because I need to process the perfect amount of information. And this right here is the perfect amount of information. I can draw the ranges clearly at where price was and where price is. And since my strategy is to focus on what is happening right now, the line chart is the perfect tool. And I'm kind of ashamed and surprised that I didn't start using the line tool sooner, or the line chart sooner. Not recommending that everybody use it. This is just what works for me. And when it comes to trading, there was a quote, and I think this was when I was playing Call of Duty. It's either Call of Duty or, yeah, pretty sure it's Call of Duty. One of the loading screens had a quote on it that says, "Any advantage you have over the enemy, you must take it. You must. That's just the rules." So whatever you can do to make your trading easier for you, you must do it. It doesn't matter how ridiculous it seems, or how simplistic, or even how complicated. If it works for you, then that is something that you must do. Because there's makes no sense to overcomplicate things. There's no reason for it. It makes much more sense to simplify things, and that is why I use the line chart as opposed to the candlestick chart. My whole goal also coming into trading was to trade naked, to have nothing on my chart, to be able to read and understand price action, which is why you don't see any indicators. For some reason, indicators is also something that just confuses me. It's just more information than I need, and I end up over analyzing, and then I get analysis paralysis from it, and I doubt myself, I question myself, and I end up taking bad trades because of indicators. So if you take out the indicator and you therefore become the indicator, you're killing 5 birds with one stone. And it's much better to get 5 birds stoned at once than it is to try to do each one individually. Do you know what I'm saying? So I could take this trade. Maybe I won't. I've got the sinking sensation, that itchy feeling in the back of my head that price is going to move up before it goes down. So I'm looking about, let's see, what are my inclinations? I mean, at the very least, we could target here. So with this, you can see that there's a range here, and I'm willing to kind of maybe go down this far before we go up, but we'll see. I was trading the Nas100 yesterday. What is this? This is the micro E-mini. Good grief, I gotta update my settings again. This is the micro E-mini, not the E-mini. Yesterday I was trading the E-mini, but I don't trade the E-mini. I trade the micro E-mini. I just wanted to try the E-mini. To see how like the mindset, what is different from going from 5 points being worth $50 or 5 points being worth, what is it, 50 cents, $5. So this would be a nice take right there. You know what? Let's go to the, let's keep doing the E-mini. Let's keep doing NQ. And then get this one in line with us. All right. Let's draw our range. Right about, where did we have it? That actually looks more accurate. No, I kind of like it. Let's keep it here. You got a lot of bouncing going on in these areas. So now we're playing again with big money. Let's see what it does to this psyche. I might actually change my bias and go for a sell right here, because we got it bouncing around. We got one drop, and then we got a touch. Is that what I want to do? Plus, we got all this downward movement just pushing price down. But let's see what the 15-minute looks like. I mean, it's still got a drop. Man, I mean, even based on where we're at right now, I'm still thinking that we could sell this. So let's go ahead. What's the worst? No. What's our mantra? What's the best that could happen? The best that could happen is we're right. Another thing too is that this is a $100,000 account. So with I've don't normally deal with 100. I normally deal with $1,000 to $10,000. So going from that small price to this, drawdown can be what's $2,000 safely. I think that's 4%. See, what is 4%? I think that's 2,000. I just want to make sure. No, I'm way off. 4% of 10,000 is $400. So 4% of 100,000 should be 4,000. Now I gotta double check that. Yeah, 4,000. But see, I'm still working on one less zero, so my mindset is why 4%, you ask? I don't know. That's just what my mentor has us working with. So at $400, I mean, I was comfortable with 10%, which would have been $1,000. So that would be riding a wave in drawdown up to $1,000. Which, when you look at it that way, I'm trying not to throw. Like, let's say I want to use 5 lots. I'm not going to throw in all 5 lots at once. I'm going to throw in the first lot to test the water, and then the second lot to kind of average out a losing trade, and then the third and the fourth will depend. Everything after the first two depends on how I feel about price movement. But I'm not going to put it all on the line immediately. That's what doesn't make sense to me. To go in with that's throwing all your eggs in one basket, and that's not what I've been taught. So what I could have done was put in another order up here, since we've kind of broken up. And we're still we got one lot in, and we're going down, so things are good. The tester is proving true. And so as price comes down and bounces, we can start adding size to it. So if price comes down and then bounces, we add right here. This is where we're going to add size. Price continues to drop and bounces, we'll add another right here. And we keep doing that until, we think it's time to stop. And it also works in reverse. Like, if we're certain that price is going to come back down and we just need to give it some time and we need to spend a little bit of time in drawdown, we'll add size here, and then ride the wave. Because we're so close to our entry point, I'm not going to add another one yet. We're going to give it some time, because this could come back up and then we can add, or it can go back down and do the bounce. So we wait. We're patient. In order to earn the freedom that everybody says trading brings you, you have to put your time in front of the screen and on the chart. So you begin with treating it like a job. And this is my 9 to 5. I clock in and I clock out. I'm putting at least 4 hours. Actually, that's not even true. Let's say I start at 2. I'm not coming off the computer until 6 o'clock when I walk the dog. So from 2 to 6, yeah, that's about 4 hours. So I'm putting in about 4 hours at least every day. And it's not easy because I have my other job that I do. I got another business that I got to run. So if you can imagine, I am tired. But that's the sacrifice you got to make. If I want to make trading my full-time job, I got to transition into it, and I got to transition into it the correct way. You know, it's not a get rich quick. It's not a lottery. It's not gambling. This is a skill that must be learned, a strategy that must be developed, a technique that must be honed. And that requires time and dedication and work. And that's what we're doing. That's why we do this. And why do I stream it? I have no idea. That I couldn't answer. That's going to take a lot of deep diving. I'm going to have to dive deep into the mind of why do you bother streaming it? I don't know. Does it really matter why I bother streaming it? I stream it. That's all I like it. It's fun. All right, so we are coming to the bottom. We're closing at $85. What do I want to do? Do I want to hold? This would be a great place to take profit, wouldn't it? And then reset for the next ride. I mean, I could call it a day right here, $125. That's more than I make at my other job. That's more than I pay myself in my business. A daily rate. So this is where I would throw in some more. Let's throw in. It brings our average down, but if price continues to go, bonus. Maybe we should set a stop loss at least. Let's go to 250. What do we say our stop loss was? $400 was our 4%. So let's go 500. How did that happen? I wanted to go to 250. Oh, that's weird. It got all glitchy. 190, 170, 180. I think if it hits 200, I'm cashing out. If it retraces a little bit, I'm adding more. See, this is my kind of trading, the active participation, being in it. Otherwise, what's the point? I know in the future I'm going to do the whole set it and forget it trading, but that's once I get good and really, really know the market. Right now, I'm still young. I'm still learning the market. So learning the market, that's the fun part for me right now, is getting familiar with these moves and knowing like, oh, I see this pattern. I understand that here the sellers are here and the sellers are here, and there's really nothing going on right here because there's just no one. So are there sellers and buyers? Kind of. This is just a lot of back and forth. And then London opens, and then we get the sellers or the buyers. We get the big players coming in. New York opens, we get the big players coming in. And that's when you get these big swings. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Do we add more? Or do we wait for it to touch the top? It looks like it's going to touch the top. So I'm going to wait and see if it touches the top. If it touches the top, add more size. Bring that average up just a little bit. Maybe even move our take profit. Our stop loss. Also, I could have closed at $180, $190. And things would have been good. Why didn't I do that? Which is, I forgot to set my take profit. So that kind of hurt. I think we're going to have to do some analyzing after this because I'm starting to get the feeling that this is going to keep going up. This isn't coming back down. And so I need to decide if I want to close this here or if I want to risk it and write it down. And it's not really making any movement up. It's kind of stuck here. And so just based on this, I'm thinking we can hold it for a little bit longer. There's still a higher probability it comes down at least to here again before it goes up. But the longer we wait, the smaller and smaller the difference gets, and the more and more it becomes 50-50. And you don't want to be in a 50-50 trade. You want to be more certain that it's going to go one way or the other, just so that you can make a quick and informed decision. Best that could happen, we close at break even. So much can happen between beats, especially in the brain. There's so much thoughts and all that that chatter. You got to figure out, what do I listen to? Do I close it? There's one voice. On the one hand, there's the voice that's telling you, just hold it. Just hold. And then there's the other voices like just close it. You could close at 90. You could have closed at 90. Now you're closing at 20. You're going to let it go to 250. You don't want to lose 250. 130 it's okay now. It's getting higher. The loss is getting bigger. And then there's the other voice. Just hold. Just relax. Stay calm. Don't freak out. Worst that can happen, you'll lose $250. That's the worst. Best that could happen. What is the best thing that could happen? You break even. At this point, the best thing that can happen is you break even. And actually, that's not even the best thing that can happen. The best thing that can happen is price takes a nosedive and you're set for life. But that's the ultimate fantasy right there. That's what everybody's trying to catch. So we take it realistically. What's the best that could happen? We get out at break even, and that's what we're looking for. So we just wait. We wait and we wait and we wait. Oh, and you can see down here I'm in a long on Euro USD as well. And it looks like we're finally in profit. 5,000 units on that one. Or 50,000 units, rather. Ooh, you saw that? Oh, this music's putting me to sleep. And we are out of here. Yeah, it's going up. I'm just going to close it. No, you. Oh man, you know what? This is that point. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I got those two voices in my head. One of them's telling me just close it. The other one's telling me don't close it because you never know. And it's like, yeah, I never know. And you never know. That's the thing. Now we know. One way or another, we knew. And I let it go to my stop loss. But this was a much tighter stop loss than I normally use. Normally, I'm like tens of points away from where I want to be. So this might change my bias. Let's wait and see what happens. Are we building the new range up finally? I'm thinking we might be going up. So let's throw a tester out there. All right, this is our test right here. This is the one we're not gonna. Okay, let's do everything right. Okay, let's just get that as far away as we can, just to protect the account. What was I sleeping at? I feel like I was sleeping at the wheel a second ago. And that loss really woke me up. So I feel like I needed that. That was like the slap to the face during a moment of hysterics, is what that was. And that's good. That's what people need sometimes, myself included. I don't begrudge the market a little bit of shenanigans. We could all use a little humility sometimes. Sometimes we can even use a lot. All right, if it comes down to this area right here, anywhere in here, we're adding size for the next leg up. I probably could have left that open. Anywhere here in this area, we're going to add and patiently waiting. Okay, so we are now in the zone to add size. Let's give it a little bit more time. What was that? I think some kind of glitch, but it looks like we're still on. Strange. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't go in yet with size, because you see it's staying right up here, and it's dipping its toe in like, look at me, it's trying to get. So now what it has me doing is actually thinking that maybe I jumped in for the buy a little bit too soon. Oh, ooh, okay, this is a good place to add more size. Willing to go up to 5 more times. And I would like opportunity to use all five of those. Like if price just kept coming down to this part, to this line right here, and then bounced up, that'd be fantastic. Can add size anywhere in here for the ride up. But if it comes down once and then bounces up, hey, I got no problem with that either. And we just sit on it and we wait. We wait and we wait and we wait. And that's a lot of what it is. So sometimes when I'm not listening to chiptune music, I got like a trading psychology podcast or uh, watching Jasper Forex Profit on their daily profit stream, stuff like that. I try to keep my head in the game. I don't like getting distracted, like listening to podcasts of other things, like the Crab Feast or Duncan Trussell Family Hour. I like to stay focused on trading, so I'll listen to like YouTube videos, trading psychology videos, just anything that has to do with trading. That this is like what I consider business hours, so I don't play around too much. Occasionally, I'll take a break. I'll go for a walk, or I'll rest my eyes a little bit, but not for more than 5 or 10 minutes. So now that the price is up to 150, the take profit is up to 155, I am willing to close anywhere in this space up here. So I won't necessarily let it go to take profit unless I really feel like it's headed to take profit. But I would be more than comfortable closing it. So let's get rid of that. Too much clutter on the screen. Get rid of that. I like keeping my screens neat and clear. See, we're at 25, and originally we were looking to make $50. So that's the part of the psychology of moving up. When you start using bigger sizes and your brain is still focused on the small numbers, there's an adjustment period. So maybe I should stick with the micro E-mini. Maybe I should stick with this one. But we're here now, and we got an order in. We might as well see it through. Ooh, and if it goes lower, that would be perfect. It sounds like it's raining. we have this range right here, right there, that we just can't seem to break. Really tight range right there. I mean, this is the 1 minute chart right here we're talking about. And then we have this little range developing. Interesting. I'm probably just going to close. This stream has been so far 50 minutes of absolute one loss and then one stagnating trade. It's going absolutely nowhere for the last 20 minutes. All right, so we're looking at this. We're in a bearish movement. We got price coming down. Price tries to go up. Sellers push it down. Price comes up. Sellers aggressively push down. Price comes up. Sellers push down. Price comes up again. And ooh, should we close? So price comes up again. We have the buyers and sellers in a very, very, very tight tug of war right here. I'm going to go ahead since our, oh man, well, it's too late now. Say since our original goal was $50, man, I keep missing the opportunity to close it at $50. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Because the buyers are certainly giving the sellers a run for their money right here. That's what this is. The buyers are pushing up and they are trying to bring that price up, and the sellers just keep forcing them down. I even lost the chance to get out at break even. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's okay, let's close. We're good. Bam. Now we didn't make up what we lost, but we made a small dent in it. We did all right. And that was, I got to say, that was incredible. My next guess would be price is probably coming back down from up here to down here, because that was a lot of work for the buyers to get price up that high. And I think the sellers are going to come back pretty aggressive because of this, but we won't be here because I got to go. I just wanted to get on, stream a couple trades, talk a little bit about trading philosophy, and mission accomplished. So I can't say that this was fun or not. I do hope it was fun because I had fun. This is the kind of thing that I like. I like this. This is fun. And then getting better, learning more, understanding the market, watching the sellers come in, buyers come in, sellers come in, buyers come in, sellers come in, buyers come in, sellers come in, buyers and sellers come in, and then seeing what happens. This kind of thing is fun. But that being said, we are at the end of the stream. So, viewer in the back, thank you so much. Always being there, always supportive. Really appreciate it. And everybody else that stopped by, I hope we all learned something today. I hope we just got a little bit more smart. A little bit more smart. I hope we got a little bit smarter. Good grief. I certainly didn't. But, yeah, good grief. All right. Anyway, always remember, neurons that fire together, wire together. I will see you next time. More smarter. More smarter. Good grief.